Here we go. It's June 4th. We'll find out if we're in the right building, and we'll take it from there. Okay. Hello.
Nobody's home.
Okay, that's great.
Can I help you?
Who keeps the records? Who's the custodial record on property?
Records, like for student records?
No, like your phone, like your electric bills.
Electric bills.
Yeah. And there's the address.
Oh, he passed away. Okay, so that would be Kyle, and he's not in the office. So
So who's the custodial records?
Kyle is in charge of that department.
Okay, am I in the right building?
Yes,
Okay.
Patrick passed away, and Kyle is doing that.
Okay. Well, I'm doing an investigative report, just so you know I'm recording this conversation.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you this, that this is the statute. It basically says, if this record's in this building, you have to produce it.
Okay.
And that's what I want.
Okay.
So I want to look at the FP&L records.
Okay, he's not here.
Okay?
Do you want him to call you when he gets
Oh,
back?
no, that does not relieve you of the responsibility of coming up with the records.
Oh, okay. Let me see if the director can help you. Hold on
Okay.
a second.
Thank you.
Okay, what's your name?
Is Glenn?
Okay.
Statute on photocopying the records.
Mr. Giuliani, how can I help you?
Okay, I'm here doing a records request, just
Yes,
so you
sir.
know I'm recording this conversation.
Okay,
So-
well, for one, you need to go through our public records office. That's not, Mike, the routine, Mike Barber and all that.
All right, here's the routine. I'm going to explain it to you. This is the statute.
Mhm.
I'm giving you a hand-delivered copy of what you are required to do.
Okay.
And that says that this bill,
Mhm.
that's at this address,
Okay.
is in this building.
Okay.
And I get to photocopy it
Okay.
today.
So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you down to Mike Barber's office, and I'm going to ask you to go through the process, and they're going to call me, and I'll produce that for you.
We don't need to do that.
Well, I'm going to ask you again if you'll go down to Mike Barber's office.
Where's Mike Barber's office?
Mike Barber's office is at the School Support Center.
Downtown?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm not driving all the way down here.
You can call them.
So you've been served.
Okay,
If
very
you're going to
good.
violate the statutes,
Of course.
that's fine.
Okay.
So I'm asking again for the last time, and it's being recorded.
Mr. Giuliani, I'm going to ask you to turn off your recording.
I don't have to. This is a public building.
Mr. Giuliani, I'm going to ask you that if you would follow our process, and please contact our press relations office. It's Mike Barber. They'll go through the process, and I'll be more than happy to produce any information you request.
I'm leaving this here. You've been served, and I'll bring this up to the school board.
That'll be fine.
And I'm not going to turn off the recorder, but
Okay.
this is a public building.
Yes, sir.
We pay your salaries, and you are by law. This is the address. This is where the record is. I'm here to photocopy it. Here's the statute on photocopy. You have to
That's
take me in
fine.
a room, produce the record, so I can take a picture of it. That's the law.
Okay, that's great. So I'm going to ask you again if you'll contact our press relations office. They'll follow the process that I follow, and that they will send me a public records request with the information needed, and I'll be more than happy to provide it. But we also have some timelines to deal with too. I'm actually working on a survey for the state right now, and so if you'll follow our process, we'll be more than happy to get the information for you.
Well, I will inform you right now that your process breaks these laws. So if you're willing to break those laws, then
Sure.
that's the consequences
I
you're going to.
understand, but that will go to our legal department for review. I'm not an attorney. I'm not going to read the law right now.
That's a statute.
That's fine, but if you'll follow our process, which I believe you know, and contact Mike Barber in our
I'm
press
following the
relations
state
office.
process.
If you'll follow our district process,
If it violates the state process
Then-
trumps any guidelines you guys might have.
then that's not me. That would be the district office, and that would be a conversation you would have with our legal department.
So, am I understand you are refusing to come up with this record?
I am going to tell you that if you will contact Mike Barber in our press relations office, they will send the information to me, and I'll be more than happy to retrieve whatever it is. At this time, though, I am working on a governor-ordered survey that must be done by Monday. And so I came up here to speak to you, and I'm asking you to follow our process.
Well, let me ask you, who redacted all this information?
I can't answer that. I
What do you
don't
guys
know.
work for the CIA? I asked for a simple invoice,
I don't
and you
know.
redact all the information that I need.
Sir, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about redacting information. But
Somebody did it from this office.
I can't tell you that because I've not had a request for any information from Mike Barber regarding this issue or matter we're talking about.
There's the statute, you've been served,
Thank you very much.
and I will be back. And again, you're gonna cost the taxpayers of Manatee County. This has to go to the lawsuit because you refuse to follow the law. You'd rather follow your guidelines than the state laws. That's the consequences and choice you're making.
I'm
So
sure
I understand
they'll-
that, Todd.
I'm sure
That's your
they'll tell me
decision.
what to do as soon as you ask them what you'd like to have.
They're gonna tell you, man, you should have came up with the records. That's what they're gonna tell
And
you.
that's what we'll do.
Well, you should be doing it now.
Well, unfortunately, I'm working on something else that is a priority that I must get done. So I'll be more than happy to provide whatever it is.
Okay.
You'll contact Mike Barber's office. They'll formally send me a request, and I'll produce whatever you'd like to have based on the request.
All right, I understand you're in time restraints, but that doesn't negate this for you to break the law. That's all I'm saying.
Certainly
Okay.
don't want to break the law, but I am
You already
following
have.
district. Well, then
You already have.
they'll advise me of such, and then they'll move forward accordingly.
All right, thanks, Todd.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Okay. Might want to change the name that they sent it to since he's deceased.